Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or Hootsmon as I like to say. As per the title, I'm just going to warn everyone, don't trust Google. Not Google's fault, it's more of, me trying to diagnose an issue that wasn't really there. So as per the picture you can see I've got two amps. I've got my big amp, which is my 410C. Really nice amp, 100 watt, 4 channels, top of the range. Far too much for a beginner like myself, but it's the typical thing, you buy things just because you want them rather than you actually need them. So every now and then over the last 10-15 years I've pulled out the cupboard and I've played through it, trying to teach myself how to play guitar, but now I'm taking lessons, so hopefully my progress will be a bit better. So anyway, long story short, I pulled out of the cupboard to try and play it, plugged into the front of the amp, no sound. So I thought, well, it must be the tubes. Really proud of myself. I managed to change the tubes all by myself, but it didn't fix the issue. So I then went onto Google to see what the issue could be, and Google was indicating that early models of the amp had two extra fuses, two fuses, and then they'd refined the manufacture process later on because they realised that 2 fuses was too much, and there were schematics about how to bypass that second fuse. Too much for myself, I couldn't deal with that. I tried to get it back to Marshall, but it was going to be expensive and it was going to be just a pain in the backside. So I put it into the cupboard and thought no more of it. Gave up again playing guitar for a while, and then when lockdown happened, I'd seen a guitar and amp combo that I thought was quite good, and that's when I got my my little Marshall, as I call it, which is the Marshall DSL40. And so I've been playing that one for a while. On any of the videos that you've seen, it's been that one that I've been playing, and that one kind of went kaput about a week and a half ago as well. The power LED on it had started to flicker, going really dark. So again, I googled it, and basically the answers I was getting was it wasn't to worry about, wasn't affecting the amp, so don't worry about it. But the amp just totally stopped working. So again, contacted Marshall. It was going to be, I think it was like £70 just to get the amp to them before they start to look at it and then charge me. So I found someone local, took the amps down to him to have a look at, and the little amp he's managed to fix. There was actually a problem with the power switch, the one that was going dark. So if you guys are getting that on a DSL40, it's something that needs to get fixed. But he managed to do that, no bother. My big amp, the one that I'd replaced, but I'm still sitting in my cupboard, turns out there was actually nothing wrong with it. Somehow what I'd managed to do is there's a button on the front of the amp for the FX loop. I'd pressed that so it was bypassing the front of the amp altogether with all those lovely Marshall tones. So it was totally my fault. Still had to pay because the guy had to take it apart to see if there was the extra fuse in there that I was talking about, just to make sure that didn't have any effect in the future. But long story short, don't trust Google if you've got a problem with amps or anything in life, really. Take it to someone who's a bit of an expert to have them to have a look over it. Because when I took it down to that guy, he had them fixed really quite quick, and he's put my mind at rest. So I'm going to start trying to play through my big Marshall now. I've got them both sitting there side by side. Probably a little bit of a waste, but try and get a bit of money's worth out of them now that they are fixed. So that's just a little update in terms of my equipment, and just a warning to any of you folks out there that, you know, you get a problem, you Google it. Don't always necessarily take what the people on Google are saying for 100% fact, because in my case it turned out to be wrong. I'm going to give another update in terms of where I am with regards to practicing next few days, because I've got my big performance coming up. But let me know in the comments if there's anything that, you know, you've made any mistakes like I have, trusting, you know, Google or searching for things. I'm saying don't trust Google, but really that's going to give you the answers in terms of what you put in. They can't help, you know, someone like me being a muppet and putting on a button that I shouldn't have put on. It was my fault. But that's it for now, guys, and I'll speak to you later. Thank you.